Hello, everyone. This is me, Lady Infamous 415, Grown Women Gaming, IntermediateGaming.com, and we are on Volume 25, live directly to OkeCon 2018. And I just would like to thank everyone that stopped by today, and I would like to thank my lovely, lovely panel. Let's start off with Miss Delilah HD.
What's going on, everybody? Happy to be here. Thanks for the invite. I do appreciate it. Looking forward to these topics today. So let's go.
Oh, okay. And then we have Miss L Boogie 0208.
How you doing, everyone, on this beautiful Saturday? I hope that everyone is ready, and let's go.
All right, and then next, Miss Sharice on the ones and twos today. How you doing? Can you say hello?
I'm here.
Oh, wow.
Sharice might not be able to talk.
Yeah, she probably can.
She probably.
Yeah, that echo was serious.
Yeah, that was a bad
one. Infinite.
Yep. Infinite loop there.
Okay.
Got the Matrix happening.
I know, man. We're gonna try to get it rolling if we can possibly can. Delilah, what you been playing today? You or this week?
Sure. So this week I've been playing a little bit of God of War, trying to finish Hellblade. Still on that game, which is crazy because it's short, but I'm stuck on a puzzle. And
what puzzle you stuck on? I'm on the last door.
I'm on the one with the R in the woods. It's like right once you pass the fire burning woods, that part. I'm still pretty early, I think. I get super frustrated at that game, and then the sound design freaks me out because I don't like scary games. So yeah.
Is it really scary though?
No, it's not. But I'm a punk when it comes to that type of stuff. Let you know. So yeah, yeah. I need to suck it up and try to finish it, but that's where I'm at. Also got to play a little bit of Ease, which is an RPG that came out last week on the Xbox store. So that was pretty fun.
All right. What you been playing this week?
For some reason, I've been getting back on a PUBG kick. I don't know if it's because it's getting toward the end of the semester and my stress level is rising, so I feel like I need to eliminate stress by hunting people down. But yeah, mainly PUBG this week. But I do want to get on Sea of Thieves because I heard they got a bunch of new cosmetics for the ship and outfits to wear.
Update.
And apparently they're giving us a free sniper, and it's like limited time, so you got to log in and get that, and it's like a penny or whatever to get it.
And that's for the month of May, right? Or is it?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know if it's the sniper rifle is for the full month. For some reason, I feel like it's only a couple of weeks, but I'll have to check and make sure, and then I'll send you the link.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's what's up. That was what me. I've been playing Overwatch. I don't know. It's like every day. It's like your afternoon snack.
That means, yeah.
The day you get off work, you get comfortable, you eat dinner, and you want to relax and enjoy some things. Personally, me. Everybody had their own thing, but for some reason this week it's been Overwatch. I've been looking for that clip of the day, and I want to get like triple kills and. It's just relaxing to me. It's been my kick this week, Overwatch.
Yeah, I played with you yesterday, and that was fun.
It was fun. Yes, it was.
There's a lot of crap talking though with Overwatch for whatever reason, like way more than PUBG, I guess, because for most part of PUBG, you're like not doing anything for the most part, except for scrounging around. So with Overwatch, it's like constant crap talking. But yeah.
Yeah, see, Overwatch is one of those games I can't get into. You know how I am about Twitch shooters. So yeah, that's one I still haven't got a chance to try yet. I heard it's a lot of fun and has a pretty big community, but I just haven't devoted any time to it. So.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about a couple of topics like that. It was the news was dry this week, but there was just a few gems. Starting with the God of War that sold it's a hot item now. It sold like 3 million in a few days?
Yeah,
3 million in 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, personally with me, I think it's a good thing. People got what they wanted, and they're showing it with the numbers. There's nothing much to say about that. Personally, with me, I'm definitely going to get it when I can be able to get it, and I'm happy that there are some people that are satisfied with the game. I heard a few little gripes, but they're like minor gripes that can be, overlooked.
Right.
But all in all, people are enjoying the game. Do I see it as a 10? No, because I don't. If it was a 10, I wouldn't hear gripes from people who play the game about certain problems in the game. So, I can't wait to play. How about you, Delilah?
Yes, I'm still on it. I'm about 15 hours into that game, 15 or so. Because you
Oh,
guys
wow.
know how I'm about playing during the week. I try to keep that to a minimum because of work and everything.
Right.
But yes, I've been playing a good bit of it, and I still feel like there's some more story to get from it. Every boss battle in the game is pretty epic, so I'm not
They're
surprised that
huge, right? Like
yeah,
the bosses.
then they're long. Like you can't just beat the boss in like a few minutes. It's like a whole elaborate thing to
Yeah.
fight a boss. So it's pretty cool. But 3.2 million is really good. I guess the only thing I worry about here is the fact that PlayStation has like an 80 million install base. So 3.2 million is like what 4% of people bought that game. And if you think
Right.
about that, if that install base that big with you got a set of hardcore gamers, you would think that 3.2 million that'd be a bit more. So I'm thinking this is just the 3-day number and that there's a bigger number coming. At least that's what I
Well,
speculate.
yeah. I'm hoping. I agree with you. We talked about this a little bit before, but it's very small for the install base they have, and it's a little fishy to me because you know how Sony is. Like, as soon as Microsoft has some news, they'll be like, "Oh, we have news too." So probably when
Right.
State of Decay comes out, State of Decay 2 toward the end of the month, they'll come out with their number. They're like more sales numbers from
Yeah.
longer in the week.
Yeah.
But
By that
yeah.
point, I think it'd be like 7 million. So you can see them probably coming out with an announcement right when
But that's still less than 10%, right?
that still would be less than 10%. Yeah, so
So
it
it's
is
like,
weird. It's
how do
weird.
you say that it's a success? Like, how do you then say,
I mean,
all right,
come
the
on.
game is a success?
7 million is not a small number though. That is definitely 3.2 million is not a small number, especially for 3 days.
Right.
That's really good. I mean, hopefully it's enough for them to make their money back. So yeah, I think we just lost El Boogie too. I think she bounced a little bit.
No, you
Like
can't really.
I'm looking at the chat and I see her icon is not no longer there.
So what? Okay. You know what?
We're talking about God of War, so I think she jumped.
Okay.
There she is. There she
Okay.
is. I don't know what
There
happened.
she is.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I mean, every day can't be as smooth as butter, so I can completely understand. We're gonna persevere. We're gonna do this thing. Is she back?
No, she came in and she dropped out again. So let's just keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing.
Okay.
Go ahead with the next one.
Well, I did see something about. I don't know. People are really talking about this Destiny update.
Yeah.
Did you see the link that I sent you the other day?
I have not. You can go ahead and just elaborate.
I will elaborate. Let me just get to it. There we go. If I can, there it is. I think it is. There we go. Okay. It's a new style of play for a first-person shooter. I don't know what that means. I don't
It sound like PR speak to me.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Because you know me and my first-person shooters. I knows my first-person shooters.
Right.
So it's very straightforward. So it's like either you're gonna go shoot your enemy, or you're gonna have an objective that you have to complete. What other way are they going to change the way? Yeah, like I said, that's PR. They're saying that the new mode is they claim Johnson, what's his name? Cody Johnson, Activision's president, he said that the studio showed both Warmind and somewhat that's coming in the fall, and it's claimed that the response was very positive. So, but very positive is very vague because, like, personally, I haven't seen anybody within my gaming community that will, that's seen anything. You know what I mean? And
Right.
until Warmind comes out and see what's going on, I need to. If Warmind is trash, it's going to be a problem for me. I'm just like losing faith in this particular game.
Yeah, me too. I mean, if I look at my friends list, like I got 100+ people on my friends list, and it's like no one's playing Destiny 2. No one. And to me, that's a problem.
It is a problem.
They need to. I mean, if they're going to be doing updates, fine and great, but they need to do something to really engulf the community, because right now they are just falling by the wayside, and it sucks because this game is an online only game. And of course, you expect for the content to be up to date and consistent, but they just haven't been on it. So hopefully this update is good and that it'll get people re-engaged into the game.
Okay. Oh, but it seems like you back.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay. We lost you for a minute.
We're talking about Destiny 2. They just releasing a new update, and so she was reading.
So when does the new update come out? Did it already release?
No, the Warmind is coming soon. I'm not seeing I'm not looking at a date. It doesn't show, but they're gonna show around E3. It says despite the tease, John added that we won't be hearing anything more about it until Warmind's release once E3 rolls around. What that mean? Like the beginning of June, after E3?
It's probably like toward the end of this month. They're probably going to try to release either right when State of Decay 2 releases or like right after.
You think everything's going to try to compete with State of Decay and bury it? Like, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's what I think, to be honest, because, I mean, we know that there's like definite and clear bias with the media toward Microsoft games. So I think that they'll try to bury it, especially because it's not really a AAA game, So
you think State of Decay 2 isn't a AAA game?
I don't think it's considered a AAA game, even though I think that it has enough content to be considered it. I don't think other people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Consider it a AAA game. So as far as Bungie is concerned, they probably don't feel like they are even competing with them at all.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah. I can agree with that. I don't agree with the fact that there's a media bias. I do think that you have subsets that are biased, but I don't think the entire gaming media is biased. I think you know.
But wouldn't you say the biggest ones are? Because I feel like the lesser known ones are the ones where you can get actual good content from, like the Inner Circle. People like us,
like YouTube, stuff like that. Yeah,
right. But,
right. I mean, the bigger ones. That's unfortunate because, you got your IGNs and your GameSpots.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely lean towards Sony, but it's like I look at it in a different light because they're only appealing to the popular brand, and everybody does that.
Right.
They just appear to what has sold the most, who has the most user base.
Yep.
They're gonna appeal to that. So I don't necessarily think that there's like a just a strong bias in that sense, like as a negative way. I just think they're trying to target to the masses because majority rule.
Well, that would be different from if you didn't see clear attacks.
Yeah. No, I
so
do.
Like if you were just favoring one, that would be one thing. But to attack or give reviews that what do I want to say could be perceived as total disdain for a product.
Yeah, I mean, you see some things. I mean, you see some writers that you could tell they have affinity towards Sony products because they'd be like, well, and every time you have a positive Microsoft article at the end, they'll mention something about Sony. Just let's like, for what? This is supposed to be a Microsoft-based article. Why are you chiming in about Sony? No one cares about Sony. We want to read about what Microsoft is doing and what Xbox is doing. And so it's unfortunate that a lot of the Xbox gaming sites have been either bought up by the masses because, a site that I liked back in the day was teamxbox.com, and it was just really focused on Xbox content. It wasn't ever really appealing to anybody else. It was just kind of focused towards people who are either primary Xbox users. And so it's weird right now, and I mean that kind of really bleeds well into the topics that we have today because we could talk a little bit about that going forward.
Very, very interesting. Anything else about Destiny?
So sorry.
We kind of went on a tangent.
But no, that's okay. I love to listen and hear you guys say, because I like it's my opinion. It's not set in stone. What I mean by that, I like to hear other people's perspective on things, not just my own. So it's good to hear that. Yeah. What else would we like to talk about? Red Dead 2. I think this is the second trailer. Was the second trailer that came
out?
Third. See, losing count. Okay. Did El Boogie? Did you see it?
I did see it. I actually went to their YouTube page and watched all 3 of the trailers back to back to see like the differences. And I'm excited for the story. Like, I'm excited for it to be 4K, right? Because it's been confirmed to be
yes, that's right.
4K on the Xbox One X, and I have a glorious Samsung 4K TV in my living room. So
money spoiled.
Yes, I am. But I can't wait to play that game because I love Westerns. I love Western movies. I don't know why I never played the first Red Dead, I guess, over because I did have a gap in when I didn't play video games. But the first one looks pretty good. I've seen it. It's been remastered in 4K. It looks really good. But with everything that's out right now, I really don't have time to go back and play anything else. But I do really look forward to this game, and it'll be nice because it's October. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with their multiplayer aspect because I know that they haven't really alluded to any of that too much. Yeah. And if it's anything like Grand Theft Auto 5, we're in for like 5 to 8 years of multiplayer with this game. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, well, you guys know I'm not really that into Grand Theft Auto 5, but I definitely will play this game. I think I love what they was trying to do with showing like story aspects in the trailer. And it just looks really good. The graphics are really polished. Gameplay looks really good. Man, it's like everything about this game, every little bit of news that come out for it has been just high production value. Looks, like just care was put into the product. So I can't wait to pick it up in October. I think it's October 26th or something like that. I don't know what I'm thinking that day, but maybe it just said October. I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I'm pretty sure the multiplayer the multiplayer part is confirmed though, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah.
They are going to have a multiplayer, but they haven't really said because they're probably waiting till E3. I mean, that's the thing is that we're so close to E3 that no one wants to give out any information.
Right. So now is it two? Is it 2-player? Is it going to be 2-player?
Well, they just haven't said anything.
Okay. I'll chill out.
Yeah. Yeah, like they just said it'll be there, but you're gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah. I can't wait. I think the entire panel is actually going to be at E3 this year, so it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Tiger, I played the game. Did I do a series on Red Dead? No, I didn't. I don't think I did. Not on my channel, but I did play that game, and I love the game. I love the story. I wasn't expecting to enjoy the game because it's a Western, and your girl right here is not a fan of Westerns.
Oh, boo.
Okay, but it's okay. It's okay, man. I mean, it's not my cut. It ain't like the top 5 things I'm popping in on my TV or my Netflix, but this story was amazing.
Tombstone.
I think.
Tombstone is dope. That's a great movie.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Stupid. But yeah, the story, John Marston, that story was amazing. And
Westworld, good show too. Westworld is dope. Y'all watch Westworld on HBO?
I'm sorry, what?
Westworld.
No, but I heard about it.
Oh man, fantastic show! Like that, they are in season 2 right now.
Is it on Netflix?
We're gonna have to hook you up with the HBO code so get some episodes in before Red Dead come out.
Oh really? The game Red Dead Redemption was one of the games that I was satisfied at the end, and I can't wait to see how it became what became of the game. You feel me? The thing that I'm worried about is the multiplayer aspect of the game, because as you can see with Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, at first it was nothing. It was beautiful. I mean, the first like maybe 6-7 months playing online was glorious. You get your apartment, you get your house, you get your money. You know what I mean? And it was always shark cards in the back of my mind. You know what I mean? But never really thought about it. But then they put free DLCs, more DLC to promote more shark card purchases, microtransactions. That's what's going to bother me a little bit about Red Dead Redemption 2. I hope that they don't saturate that world with excessive microtransactions.
I don't know.
Like they
the
did.
amount of money they made.
Yeah, they looking to make a killing. They're gonna make that. Just give up on that already. Because I
they
think
did like the 12th car DLC pack like the other day. Like, ooh, here's the new cars for the new races. All they've been doing is races and cars. They just put the Doomsday Heights. They just did that. We've been
the
wanting
problem
that.
is once they have that money, and they've been having that money for a while now, once you have that type of money coming in as revenue, it's going to be hard for them to go to investors and say, okay, well, we're not going to do that this time because some people don't like it.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, but I don't want to see like new horses DLC. I know it's gonna happen though. I know it's gonna happen. They'll be like, oh, the new DLC with these new breeds of horses, and you got to pay to get these horses and stuff like that. I don't want it to get oversaturated like that because they'll kill the essence of the online experience of being in a Western. That's what I liked about it in the beginning.
Right.
Of when it was Red Dead Online. It was like you was actually in the town. You could have played poker. You could have, challenged to someone in a shootout. It was team deathmatch. It was zombie mode. I want those same elements in the second installment of the multiplayer. But I don't know. With all that money they made, it's a possibility that there'll be, great things there. But I'm just, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that just sums it up for me. That trailer, got me nice. So I just can't wait. Now, let me see this portion of the show. We are live from OkeCon 2018, and they had set us up for a couple of questions. If you guys have questions in the chat, if you guys want to answer them, feel free to ask them. We will answer these questions. I'm just waiting on Sharice to post up the first question that they want to ask us, and we'll see how it will, who it will go to. But is there anything else you ladies want to talk about as far as gaming, like something that caught your eye this week as far as gaming news?
I'm
really.
still reeling about
you kind of covered
Tomb Raider.
Oh, that's it?
Tomb Raider? Oh, yes, right.
I'm just excited. Like,
are you still excited about Tomb Raider?
I'll be excited until it comes out.
Yeah. For me, this week has been a lot about planning for E3. I've never really planned for E3 this late in the game, so it's just been like looking at hotels, trying to make sure my flight's booked. It's just been a whirlwind. Just trying to get all that stuff set up. Now that it's confirmed that I'm going, so a lot this week has been kind of just me getting all that stuff handled.
Are you coming by yourself, or is hubby coming?
It's just me. I'm rolling solo.
Girls trip. Okay, we have our first question from the con. Sharice says, "What gaming trends are you excited for the most?"
What gaming trends are you excited for the most?
Yeah.
I guess I can try to answer that. We divvied up the questions, but this one was not picked up.
Which one?
So
which one is it?
What gaming trends are we excited about the most? For me, I can only speak from my own experience. I do have a VR headset, so I am very excited about VR. I play on the Oculus Rift, and so I'm really hoping that Microsoft has something to, add to that space. I feel like they're going to be missing another pillar if they don't have it, because I know Sony, PlayStation have a VR headset, and so I really want them to compete in that space since Xbox is my preferred platform. But man, that's what I'm excited about, because when I play a VR game, it's like I'm fully immersed in the experience, and it's just very different than playing a game on your TV, and it's very hard to show well. And I feel like people won't get it unless they try it. So hopefully, that trend will pick up a little bit. I think it's just that people still are afraid to put things over their face, and so that's what kind of stifles it, and also the cost stifles it a little bit. But I'm definitely excited about VR if I had to pick a trend.
Oh, what about you, L Boogie? What game
Same
trends?
for me. I'm pretty excited about VR. I know that I told you guys I took my daughter to Minecon out here in LA, and or Mine Fair. Sorry, not Minecon, but Mine Fair. And it's a little convention for kids, but they had a lot of VR tech there. And it was awesome. Like, my daughter loves that stuff. I think, for their generation, they're going to grow up with the advancements, and for them, it'll be like how it was for the cell phone with us, The first one we remember seeing, or at least me and Delilah, and probably,
Right.
Well, no, we're all about the same age. But for us, the first cell phone we saw was the big brick that Zach Morris had. And now it's evolved into something that is just, it's a microcomputer in your hand, in your pocket, or whatever, that we drop 10 times a day. And that's probably how it will become with VR, is that it'll be such second nature. So just to see the progression there is pretty exciting.
Oh, okay. With me, I want to see more original like open world games, because it seems like much of it now is like reoccurring or remastered, especially with Skyrim and Saints Row. I mean, as much as I like Saints Row, after the third one was a real disappointment compared to 1 and 2.
Totally agree.
I really want like more original writing, more original stories. I don't want to see a remastered or a remake or something like that in the future. I just want to see more originality in games, and because to me, I like stories, and that's what gets me to a game.
I think the biggest problem with that is that we see it now is most of that will come through ID type games, independent developer games, because for a big company to put all that risk on a new title is hard. I think we talked about it before, how God of War probably was not going to be God of War. Right. And then they were like, let's make this God of War, make this guy Kratos so that we can sell it. Because it's so different from previous God of Wars. And a lot of times big companies just don't want to take that risk on something new that people might not buy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like in a way I can kind of agree with that in regards to like those experiences. I feel like things like Game Pass and other little revenue streams is going to help them fund AAA. So hopefully it will subside the cost a little bit, because I agree with you. It is risky for companies to take chances on new IP. I just think that I look at it in the mindset of every game was once a new IP, right? Because Assassin's Creed was once new, like BioShock was once new, and so on and so forth. So these risks were taken in the previous gen, so I don't see why they can't be taken now. I just think that developers and publishers gotten kind of a little bit lazy, and they want to just make money off existing IP instead of trying to do something completely new. But we can only hope that we get new stuff, because gamers always going to want more, always going to want a new experience. And
Oh, okay. Well, our next question, I think this is your question, Delilah.
Yes, I think so.
Are the differences what are there differences between different game communities? What games are more welcoming and more or toxic?
What games are more welcome and what's more toxic? Wow, that's the last part is kind of a loaded question, because each community is a little bit different. You have a bad I will say a toxic part of every community, and that's how I like to look at it in regards to like if you separated them by games, and you also have games that are very welcoming too. So if I had to put these into like separate categories, I would say cooperative games, usually like 2-player co-op games, couch co-op, and builders like Minecraft would be a little bit more friendly versus your competitive games like, combat shooters. So like that would be like your Call of Duties and anything that's, you have a lot of trash talk and, super combative, could be a little bit more toxic. But it's just, I feel like each community is different, and you can find good people in every community, and you also have a bad side to them too. So I mean, like I said, to me, that's a pretty loaded question. I feel like the question was mostly asked to find out what are the safe communities, and I would say safe communities are those that are paired with people that you've played games with previously, or and through just looking for groups in order to find people that of like mind that you can play games with, so that you can avoid the toxicity in gaming. So
with the gaming community that's being toxic, you just try to avoid it the best way you possibly can. It makes your gaming experience, a whole lot better if you just try to avoid it. Okay.
Sharice just posted another question. She said, "Have you ever felt the need to hide your identity?" I think that was also another one of my questions.
Wait, let me see it. That might be me.
It says Sharice. That's like Sharice's question. I'll take it since she can't talk.
Okay.
So she said, "Have you ever felt the need to hide my identity?" I did hide my identity when I first was doing my website. I used to go by the name D Blaze, and I want to pretend to be a guy because at the time I was getting a lot. When I told someone I was a female, I got a lot of bad mail, and got all kind of hate mail, N-word, and I mean, it was just bad. And this was like early 2000s, I would say. Just me trying to do a website. It's like, I really want to do a website. I remember someone saying, "You can't do a website. You probably don't know how to make a site." It was insane. And so I pretended to be a guy. Like I said, I always used to go by the name D Blaze. And I was even scared to go to E3 because I knew I wanted to go, but I was scared to go to E3 because everybody would find out that D Blaze isn't a guy, right? I don't think I ever told you guys this story.
No, I don't think you did.
So I showed up, and I tried to dress real tomboy. I had like a hat backwards. I had like baggy pants on and a big bulky shirt. And so you can imagine what that was like. So I definitely tried to hide my identity early on because I was just afraid of, I was a little bit younger and I was afraid of like backlash. I was afraid of what people thought. And now, like, as I've matured and grown, I've kind of gotten past all of that. But it definitely was hard for me early on. So yeah.
Okay, how about you, El Boogie? Have you ever felt that way?
No, because my personality, like when I was younger, I guess maybe, but I was already tomboyish because I played a lot of sports, and so I was already tomboyish. I already hung out with a bunch of boys, and that probably brought on, like, I don't care if you think I'm, not going to be as good as you are, because when I beat you, I'm going to be like super laughing in your face. So yeah. So I used to play a lot of Madden. So, although I know that there have been times that I've been met with hostility while playing those types of games, I usually will just mute them and report them. I've always been that way. So
yeah.
Okay. For me, I was not prepared for my first online experience. Because when I first got my system on my own, I went and got Call of Duty. I didn't even know at the time it was the most of the most games. Like they're doing the most when you were playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So I'll slap my mic in and, I'll play and I play the objectives and I do my thing. And then I get, like Delilah said, I get the cat calls, I get the names. And at one point in time, I just didn't even want to like use my mic to play anymore. And then when I did find people to play with, they would be like, "Oh, she's just a girl. She can't do it. She can't get all these kills." Oh, but yeah, practice makes perfect though. But then you got people wanting to play with me because I can do these kills. And right now, as an adult, thank God for the mute button. Thank God for the report button. Because it is your power. If they're feeling like you have to hide your identity, you don't have to hang out with them. You don't have to talk to them. You can completely erase them. Away from your world. You know what I mean? Yeah. And when, like I said, like I think this comes with a maturity thing. Because as we were younger, we were trying to accept, try to adjust to what they want us to be as far as gaming. But as we got older and we built up more confidence within ourselves and with our skills in gaming, we learn how to brush it off. So if I play Call of Duty tonight and somebody's telling me what they're going to tell me years ago, I done grown up, I done learned better now. So I'm gonna be like, oh, you want to talk trash about me, but oh, you might as well lost. Oh, you ain't got no kills, and then you want to still talk about me. Oh, cool. We'll slap that mute button. If you want to get rude, that's cool. The mute button is a
godsend. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
The beautiful thing.
It is. And so like to kind of just piggyback on what I was referring to, is like you can imagine me like going to LA for the first time, dressed up as like this tomboy, which is, you know, not really my thing. Like not to that level, because I still do my t-shirt and jeans stuff, but not to that. I went on a whole other level with that. And being a straight female was just like I couldn't get no play like out there in LA, because it's like, who is this girl? What is she doing? You know, so it was very weird for me. So just trying to adjust a little bit, just to, like you said, to conform to what other people thought or their perception and stuff like that. And so I'm glad that I was able to kind of mature and get past that. And it did change. It did change. This kind of bleeds into Sharice. She posted us the second question, which is, how has gaming impacted your life, and how are you changed because of gaming? Gaming, I would say, saved my life in a sense, because, you know, when I was younger, I got teased a lot, and gaming for me was like an escape from that. When I was born 1 pound 11 ounces. My mom was at 22 weeks gestation, and so when I was born, one of my legs was shorter than the other, and so I had to have several surgeries in order to kind of correct my walk. And so I was always self-conscious about the way I walked, and so I got teased a lot. You know, I was even one stint in my life I was in a wheelchair. So for me, it was just like, it was a way for me to feel good about myself. It would help boost my confidence, you know, because I was able to, you know, complete a game or beat a game. It just kind of just helped me a little bit cope with a lot of the teasing and stuff like that. And back then, you know, kids were cruel. Today,
they're still cruel. They're still cruel. I have an 8-year-old. They're still cruel. This is
on another level though, because now they're trying to crack down on it a little bit more today. But back in the day, like it was nothing to help you. Like I was in the principal's office every week because I would get into a fight. It was to the point where they stopped suspending me, because they was like, okay, she fight too much, but she makes straight A's, so we don't know what to do with her. Like we can't. If we suspend her again, she's not gonna be able to progress to the next year. So it was a little bit crazy back then on that. And so games helped me get through like depression, being self-conscious. Like it really saved me. I feel like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for gaming.
Okay. Personally with me, at some point I was not happy at all with my life. You know what I mean? Based on circumstances of my life. Video games saved me through a continuous cycle of addiction, loss, and abandonment. I mean, the more money that I spent on video games, Xbox Live gift cards, gaming equipment, computer equipment, microphones, all that, it made me not do the negative things that I was doing in my life. Because I tell myself, well, you know you want this new game, but you want to do some other stuff that really don't make no sense for you to spend on. So I had to make a choice. I was like, you know what? I'll just be better off just playing this game. And I'm not a saint. And I tried to make that sure from day one. I am not a saint by a long shot. You know what I mean? But I was better off having a late night game session at home with my friends versus being in the streets doing God knows what. And it changed me for the better. I didn't want to be in the streets acting a fool. I wanted something better. I found as video games as an outlet. Mm-hmm. And it didn't make me perfect, but it just made me a better person. Mm-hmm. How about you, El Boogie?
For me, I played a lot when I was younger. My all my cousins on my dad's side played video games either on a PC or like even my dad had the Atari. So I've grown up with video games. So there's like a really hard, I guess, or passionate nostalgia with video games. But I'd probably say when I was late in high school, where I started to see that I was clearly being made fun of for playing video games. So, and it was just, you know, when you're like in high school, it's such a hard time for anyone, even without anything, you know. But to be basically mocked or to pointed at as something's wrong with you for playing video games. It really made me stop because my mom's from the country and I used to say "warsh," right? So people would make fun of me out here for saying "warsh" to the point where I just stopped. And the same with video games. And I think I got to once I got into the military, and I think I grew a lot during that time. And you get to a point where you're just like, I don't care what people think about me. Like, I'm going to do what I enjoy doing because it makes me feel good. Why am I doing stuff that's to make other people feel good? Because at the end of the day, I don't get anything out of that, you know? And so then I really started getting back into it. And then I saw that there was really lots of opportunity within the industry for women and women of color, all colors. There's really an opportunity there for us. So as I was transitioning out of the military, I saw video games as not just an outlet, but as something that I could be successful in. So that's the goal that I have now.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Cherie's got us our next question. How did grown women gaming came into being? That will be for me.
Yes.
It all started with a thought. When my mom was terminally ill, I had to go take care of her. And on my spare time, I would play video games. And I wanted to look up people of color. You know, I trust me, they got some good ones. They got some good ones out there. But I needed to see content creators that look like me, that act like me, that can understand me. You know what I mean? But at that time, I couldn't find any. They were like needles in a haystack, you know. But the thought still lingered, you know. And then I found this content creator named Chase Money. He is like loud and aggressive, but he plays video games, and I was attached to that. And then the more that I got to know him as a content creator by watching his videos and stuff, I found that he had a group that he does a podcast every week, and they talk about video games and life and how they feel about certain things. And the panel consisted of 3MG Live, UTX The Prophecy, and Mr. Abel Green at the time. And it was called Grown Man Gaming. And every week they'll do their thing about games. And I was like, yes, we need something like that for women. And I told myself, that's what we needed to do. They inspired me to do Grown Women Gaming. And then when I started to, then I found El Boogie. And then me and El Boogie, we're doing Grown Women Game Night. And we just started. And it was we was like, we'll just play every Friday for a couple hours and see how it goes. And then I knew Delilah already. So I was practically begging her. I'm like, Delilah, come on now. You know you want to be in Grown Women Gaming. Come on, girl. You can do it. And through Delilah, I met Sharice. And little by little, we learn each other as people, and we accept our differences, and we can still be able to game. And we do our gaming every week now, and we do our podcast every week. And now we're doing bigger and better things. We did our official Grown Women Get Together last year at E3 when it was me, Delilah, and El Boogie.
Yeah, that was
and
nice.
This year we're gonna have all four of us. So without them, without Delilah, Sharice, and El Boogie, Grown Women Gaming will not be what it is. And I am very proud to have these girls on my squad.
Oh, thank you.
I don't want to cry, y'all.
Okay.
Just remember, if you can be who you are and just be who you are, somebody will mess with you just because who you are. You don't have to change for anything, for anybody. And if you feel like you have to change to hang out with people or piggyback on what they say just because to get their acceptance or their approval, then those are the people that you're not with. I love my girls because if they'll tell me if I'm doing something wrong, and you need those type of people on your squad. So yeah, that's
yeah, girl, I'll tell you when you have that eye booger. I'll let you know.
Oh, girl, yes. If I got crust around my lip, if I got a booger on my nose, if my eyeliner is smeared, you know, you gotta have.
I got you.
Because in the gaming community is really, really tough, especially if you first meet someone online. If you connect with someone online first, it's a 50-50 chance that when you interact with them in the future, like face to face, it might not be. It may not be the person that you was online. I've met plenty of people that they were cool online, the best thing ever. But then when you meet them, it's like, this is not the dude or chick that I met online. And something changed. And with these ladies, I didn't have to change myself. I let them know straight up who I was, what type of person I am, what type of things I get into on a personal level outside of gaming. And for these girls for these girls to respect that, I appreciate that. Because not every group on the internet is down like us. Really, it ain't.
That's true.
We keep this circle real tight.
Yeah. Yes.
There you go.
Let it out. I can't do nothing but co-sign. Let it out. I can't do anything but co-sign. So.
Oh, we got a question from the chat. Okay. What is the vision for your respective channels? Let's start with Delilah.
Yes. Okay. So for me, I know my channel's been stagnant, but it's definitely something that I'm working on called Gameplay is King, and hopefully I want to be able to release my first episode the week before E3. That's my goal. And so hopefully once I do officially launch that, you guys check me out and support Gameplay is King. So keep your eyes open. Follow me on Twitter, and that'll be where I want to take things. But that's it. In regards to like personally, but of course I still want to continue to do things with Grown Women Gaming. I love it. It's definitely a passion project for us. I mean, we definitely want to spin off into a separate YouTube channel, and hopefully we'll be able to announce that later on this year. But absolutely, we definitely recognize the growth, we recognize the support, and just want to say thank you. But yeah.
What about you, Ms. El Boogie?
All right, so I have a channel on Mixer, and for me, I just want to create a fun place. Like I like to crack a lot of jokes. I have no problem joking around with people, playing with people that come into my channel. Like I just want to make a safe space for everyone, like to come and just have fun. So that's what I'm trying to create, just an area where we can chill and play and not get too caught up in all the other.
Yes. Preach, girl, preach. With me, my thing is very simple. Ain't really nothing going to change as far as my channel is concerned. I give content every day. I stream every other day. Each game that I get, each game that I pay for, each game that I get donated, it'll always go on a rotation. The only thing that might change is the equipment. I'm down the road. It looks like I'm gonna have to upgrade my stuff, and hopefully we just continue to just do what we do, and we get more recognized in the industry as females of color. That we just not like play pimping on this game and stuff. We're actually knowledgeable. We actually play these games, and that was always my goal with Grown Women Gaming. If anything, personally with myself, I'm glad my growth is slow, but it's better than none. And there's people out here in these streets that's not working as hard as me, and I'm glad that I'm working as hard as I am. So let me see.
She put another question.
I'm sorry. What? No, I'm looking for if she did. Sharif, you got any more questions for us? I'm trying to see. Let me read some of the people that was over the chat. Greetings, y'all kick ass. Thank you, David. Triple Cup Chuck. Much respect. Well, you know what? Let me put out a question. Let me answer the question. And this is for Miss El Boogie. What do you want to see more from game designers?
Yeah, I definitely want to see more. And I know this is gonna sound like, of course she does, but I want to see more females. I want to see more women of color that don't look like they have a sphere on their head. I want to see people that look like us, people that look like everyone in video games, because representation from everyone. Because I'm not just saying I just want more Black games, because that doesn't help anything either. I want to have more games with everyone in it. Like, I know this is super cheesy too, but I was like watching the Last Jedi last night because it was May the 4th, of course, and it's everybody. Everybody is in that movie. Everyone is represented in that movie. It's like a true testament of where we should and could be, where you have entertainment that has everyone for someone to look up to, you know? Like, and hopefully that brings us to a point someday where we don't constantly look at what's different about each other, but celebrate what's the same.
Oh, okay. I got a question. Do everybody know what systems we use? So if you guys don't know, I got an Xbox One X. I mean, not X. I think I don't even have the S, girl. I got the fat baby.
You got fat baby.
You got the fat boy.
I got the fat baby, man. I got the fat baby. I got the 360. I got the PlayStation 4. I got my laptop, but my laptop is trash, so it doesn't play the games. What about you, Delilah?
Yes. Okay. So I have the Xbox One X. I have 2 Xbox One S's. I have another Xbox One X in my husband's office and one downstairs. So we load it around here. It's insane. Let's see. I also have a Switch and I have a PlayStation 4. Got the regular one. I don't have the Pro. Let's see, what else do I have? I have a DS. I think that's it. Well, we got like 6 Xboxes, which is Xbox Ones, which is insane. Because like we got 2 Xbox One X's for upstairs, 1 for downstairs, and then we got the Xbox One S's. We each wanted one when they first released those like a year and a half ago. So that's why we got so many. And I actually end up giving one of my Xbox One S's to my nephew. So yeah, and maybe I'll sell the other one because one of them just doesn't even get played. But actually the Xbox One X's all get played, which is kind of phenomenal when you think about it, considering that we have so many in just one house. But yeah, that's what I got.
What about you, L Boogie?
Oh, and Oculus Rift. My bad, I forgot to mention.
Oculus Rift. Oh, okay. You forgot about the VR.
Yes, my PC, and I did just recently finish a shoebox PC. It has a 1070 in it. It's pretty good. I built it right before they had right in the middle of the whole graphics card crash. The price gouging and stuff like that. So I was able to get a decent price on my graphics card, but yeah, it's rocking a 1070, and I'm using an Intel processor. So yeah, it's pretty legit. It definitely handles all the VR stuff that I like to do.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Did you say what you had, L Boogie?
No, I have 3 Xbox Ones in my house. Not just, but when the Xbox One X came out, I got rid of my PS4 vanilla, and like I'm kicking myself in the buttocks for doing that now because I don't want to buy another one, but I do want to play God of War. And I will get one eventually. I have a Switch in the house, mainly for my daughter. But and then I just got a PC. It's mainly going to be for streaming purposes, but I did look at it, and it is upgradable, so it'll allow me to upgrade as I wish. And yeah, those are the main things. We used to have a DS, but when the Switch came out, there was like no reason for it. So.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. We got room for 2 more questions. Black Knight 2122 said, "Laugh out loud, laugh my ass off for sure." Where do you guys see Microsoft this time next year? Oh, that's
getting ready for E3 again.
Ready for E3. Preparing up for E3. You want me to go first, or do you want to?
Yeah,
go ahead.
All right, sure. Okay. Where I see Xbox a year from now doing the same thing. I mean, I think their services and stuff are gonna do well for them. I think people are gonna jump on Game Pass. I think they're still gonna be pushing a lot of their first party into Game Pass, which makes it very, very appealing to people. And if you don't know what Game Pass is, it's a monthly service that Microsoft provides that allow you to play over 150 games on their platform, which is like Netflix for games. And they're not streamed, so that's the biggest plus behind it, is the fact that you actually download the games and play them. So there's no lag and stuff when you're playing. Unlike I think PS Now they have a service, but yeah, I think this time next year we will definitely have a little bit more meat When I say that, I'm talking about like we all know like what AAA games are finally coming to the platform. I think we're gonna have some big announcements this year, and that's why I feel like this year is extremely important, and why I really want to be there this year. But yeah, man, I think gaming is always going to be something that's very prevalent. Period. I mean, I remember it was just like a few years ago they were talking about how console gaming is dying, and now you got one console doing 80 million, you got another console, doing like 40 million plus. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I was gonna say 50 something, right?
yeah, it should be up there by now because I know they announced that last year March. So it's like it's been a year later. It should be well over that, but yeah, I think they'll be in a pretty good spot mentally by this point. I think they're gonna be working hard to reverse the perception that they got right now with the has no games and no AAA. I think they're gonna really handle that and answer that in the coming months. So.
Oh, okay. Well, me, I agree with both of you guys. You guys took the words right out of my mouth. I can't even say anything else. You guys put it on the nose on that one. What was that last question? Let me find it. It was for you. No. It was personally for you.
Oh.
But I'm gonna put my 2 cents too. Tiger King says, "What is your favorite pizza place in the Metro ATL?"
Man, it's a place that's right around the street, right around the corner, like down the street from my job that I really love. I haven't really been on pizza lately, but yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a place that they do like the Mediterranean style pizza. But it is very good, man. And I'll hit you up and send you the name of it, but I can't think of it right now. I'm just gonna get on Google and I'll mention it in the chat as soon as I find it.
Oh, okay. Well, Bookie, what's your favorite pizza spot in your metro area?
Yeah, I don't really eat pizza either. Now, if you ask me what my favorite taco spot is,
oh god,
okay,
in LA,
what is your favorite? Okay, what is the best tacos to eat in LA?
Okay, so I know this sounds like really crazy, but so we just got a Vallarta market here, and
can you explain that?
Yeah, so it's basically like, this is gonna sound horrible, but a Mexican Whole Foods.
Okay.
So most of the items in there are Hispanic traditional items, Mexican items, really. I don't even know why I would say Hispanic, because it really is Mexican food, like, but it's very fresh, organic produce. They have a guacamole bar inside there. They have a juice bar. They have fresh Jamaica. What's the other one? Horchata. And a taco stand there where they make menudo, everything. Like, it's awesome. Like, I love that place. Fresh ceviche every day. It's my new favorite place. And so they have tacos there, and they're big. They're just as much as the tacos you would get from any other place, and they taste awesome. Like, and who doesn't want a guacamole bar?
Okay, I found a pizza place I like in Atlanta, downtown, right across the street from where my job is. This place called Amalfi Pizza. And like I said, they do this crazy Mediterranean pizza. It's just, man, the bread is phenomenal. The toppings are amazing. It's right next door to the Red Phone booth. And like me and my coworkers, like we go there sometime for lunch. It's just amazing. Yeah, that's
my favorite pizza spot is a local joint in the Bay Area called Zachary's Pizza. It's deep dish Chicago style pizza, and it's like magically delicious. You know what I mean?
Magically.
Yeah, the tomato sauce is nice and chunky, and the toppings are hearty, and the pizza, now they're not cheap. They're like, for a big pie, we're talking about maybe $32, but I would gladly spend my money on their pizza. It is so good. Shout out to Zachary's. I get them like maybe like 4 times a year because it's so indulgent. You can't get it every day, but maybe like on a good pay week or the playoffs or the Super Bowl or something like that. We'll do that. We'll do that. I'm going to answer this question, Rain G4, because we're gonna close it out. Will you be interviewing anyone from E3? To my knowledge, no, not me.
Yeah.
It's I want to enjoy E3 and it's not a work thing. I might do a little bit of networking, but as far as me interviewing, I don't think my weight is up yet. But one day I will. What about you, El Boogie?
For me, now that you ask, I feel like I should ask some people because I'm down to interview someone. I actually interviewed Jen Page from Microsoft. She used to be head of community management the other day for a school project I had, and I enjoyed it a lot. So that was fun. And to me, you're either going to get a yes or no. And
Right.
so my chances are pretty high, right? So I don't mind interviewing people. That'd be awesome. We should do that.
What about you, Miss Delilah HT?
Yes, man. Well, back in the day, I used to do a lot of interviews for the website that I was running, but this E3, no. Now I used to try to do that at E3, go get interviews, try to talk to developers, blah, blah. But now, where I'm at mentally is like I'd rather just enjoy the show for what it is and like build up community relationships and network, like Lady said. To me, that has been more beneficial for me than to just do the interviews because like I would do an interview, like in the past, I would do an interview, post on the site, and it would do great, but it would just be kind of empty a little bit. Like it wouldn't be as involved as it is now, like as far as like building community beyond just the interview with the developer, because a lot of these big sites just completely crush the little sites when it comes to those type of things. It's still helpful, and I think that maybe doing an interview on audio and posting it on YouTube maybe is a little bit more beneficial now today because it's just the way things are. But no, that definitely wasn't in my plan this year to be interviewing people. But maybe we might have like a Grown Women Gaming like live show or something. Yeah. So who knows?
Oh, okay. So I guess we are going to close out the show right now. I know it's a little short this week, but sometimes it be dry sometimes.
No, we started at 11:30. It's an hour and a half.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
we were on time.
We have like at least for OkeCon, if she have an initial.
Yeah, let's make sure. Yeah.
I want to shout out to OkeCon. Shout out to the WWCPL for hosting us at your event today.
Yes.
And I would love to thank Miss Charisse for holding us down in the chat. You just don't know how much you hold us down at the chat today. I really am. We really wanted you here, man, but that sound was sounding kind of buggy, honey.
Yes. Echo.
And I want to thank my lovely panel for being here on a Saturday afternoon. And I would like to thank everybody in the chat for rocking with us, technical difficulties and all. Delilah, show us out.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you guys know you can catch us every here on Saturdays, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, if I'm saying that right. And so yeah, thank you for rocking out with us. You can catch me on Twitter, Delilah_HD. And like I said previously in the show, feel free to follow me on YouTube. Something is definitely coming. You can also catch me on Mixer at Mixer/Delilah. All right.
Oh, okay. What about you, Miss L Boogie 0208?
You guys can catch me on Mixer. I actually just hit 300 followers. So you can catch me on Mixer every day during the week at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And weekends will be just follow me on Twitter, which is still lboogie0208. And I'll make an announcement. And I'm actually going to do a giveaway tomorrow evening on my Mixer channel for PUBG. So make sure you guys follow me and you'll be alerted.
Oh, okay. Well, this is me, Lady Infamous 415, Grown Women Gaming, IntermediateGamer.com. If there's anything that you guys want to know as far as me or Grown Women Gaming, you can always and forever go to my Twitter, Lady_Infamous30. That's where I be at. Tomorrow we're gonna do some Dark Souls Sundays with Lawless, and I'm gonna put a poll up on the board to see. I'm gonna do a double header tomorrow, so I'm doing 2 streams. So the first one's gonna be Dark Souls, and the second one is either gonna be between Far Cry 5, Hellblade, or Mad Max, and we're gonna just keep it moving until E3, and hopefully we will have some content for you guys for E3. Best believe it ain't gonna be like last year that I just posted a gang of pictures because I had a raggedy phone. I got a better phone now. We gonna make some videos. So just be tuned for that, and just thank you so much for kicking it with us. And you guys have a very good day. Thank you very much.
Stay blessed.
Yep.
Stay blessed. Peace.